Are you getting frustrated that your manifestation hasn't come into your 3D yet? Well, this was me. I swear I had like a freaking breakdown about it. I feel like I've had multiple over the years, especially with the bigger things in my life that I'm trying to manifest. But they've been the greatest teachers because the more that I've had these emotional breakdowns, I realized that they were my breakthroughs because it allowed me to feel the emotions that I needed to feel, to grieve that past version of me, to grieve the time, to grieve it all. But I realized that it was all happening for me. The way that I like to see it is that my higher self knows exactly when it's going to happen, right? It's already done. I know that it already exists. It's just a matter of vibrationally aligning with that frequency, with the reality that I desire, with the thing that I want to manifest, right? And so my higher self, if it's not in my current reality, my higher self is telling me that I need to be kind of learning something from this, that I'm close. Like, I know that I'm close, and I know that it's already here. And so I had a major epiphany about the law of assumption. I've had major epiphanies about the law of assumption and living in that fulfilled state like multiple times, but each time it's like layers. And each time that I realize, like, I really need to be embodying the actions my higher self would take. And here's the biggest epiphany within this that I had, is that it's the stamina. I need to be consistently being able to embody my higher self and have the stamina of my higher self. So I have to continually do the reps of the things that my higher self would be doing to build the stamina of that being easy. And another big message that has been coming up for me is feeling that end state is comfortable. If it feels uncomfortable to you, then you're not in vibrational alignment with it because it feels unusual, because it feels uncomfortable. And so the more that you can build the reps of doing whatever you want, doing the action steps that you need to take in order to get to that desired reality. So get specific about what your higher self would be doing on a daily basis. Literally write it down and get specific about what they would be doing and start doing those things. But realize that it's going to take some time, because I was doing these things and I got really burned out and I would crash. I did 4 posts a day for a month and I got really, like, I crashed, but I realized that I have the capability of doing that. And the more that I did it, the more that it got ingrained in me. So it's also giving yourself grace for the times that you don't show up for yourself in the way that your higher self would, because your body is literally, your mind, body, soul is getting used to the stamina that it takes to live and to embody that higher version of you. So if you do fall off the horse, or I was thinking about a skateboard, it's like, I used to skateboard and you would learn tricks, right? And so I've skateboarded like years ago, so I have the muscle memory of skateboarding. I can do an ollie, I can do a kickflip, right? But I've kind of forgotten how to do it, right? So I would need to practice again. And this is an example of when we fall off the horse. It's like, okay, we've fallen out of our habit, we've fallen out of the pattern. So we need to get back on the horse and we need to keep learning and growing and literally relearning that trick again, because we have the muscle memory of doing the action, right? I have the muscle memory of showing up every day and filming a video, right? But it's the willingness to do that. And sometimes our bodies are tired, and that's exactly the message, is that it's going to take time to build that stamina to do those action steps that your higher self would be taking on a daily basis, because it can get exhausting trying to embody the most highest version of you and doing all these things. It's like it gets overwhelming. And that goes back to focus on the one thing that by doing that, everything else would be easier. Like your higher self, what is the one thing that you could do for your higher self on a daily basis, and stick to that one thing? And then it becomes a habit, and then you're doing it every single day and you're showing up for yourself. But it's so important not to get mad at yourself when you fall off the horse, when you stop doing the things that you need to be doing on a daily basis. Because the more that you beat yourself up for oh, I didn't do it today, I didn't post 4 times today, like, I should just quit, and you begin to think negatively, you begin to fall in a negative spiral, you begin to get stuck in your ego in a lack mindset, and your ego wants to keep you in the familiar and your comfort zone. So you really have to be willing to break away from your comfort and start building the stamina. That is the message of the day. Building the stamina for your higher self, of the actions your higher self would be doing. And living in the end. This has been a big epiphany for me lately. And like I've said, it's come in layers. It's like I knew this stuff. I knew this stuff, but yet here I am, and I'm embodying it in a deeper light because I've built the stamina up over the last couple years. I think that's why I have these epiphanies even deeper than before, is because I'm building the stamina to go deeper within kind of the law of assumption and assuming that fulfilled state, and getting specific about what the fulfilled state really looks like. And an example of this, if you were to manifest like a specific person, start making room for them in your life, right? Like in the closet, leave a space for them. In your bed, leave a sleeping space for them. Leave a spot for their toothbrush. Start making meals for them. Literally put the plate and the fork and give them like half your meal. You don't need to make like 2 whole meals, but you can give them the other half of your meal and you can eat it, obviously. But literally, it's going to start training your body and your mind and your soul for that person to come into your 3D reality. And also take yourself on dates, right? Because if you were with that person, you would be going on dates, you would be doing fun things together, like going to the zoo or going to the movies or going to the museum. And so start scheduling that for yourself. Not to look for them or, oh, it's going to be this magical fated encounter and they're going to be there. No, they're with you. They're already with you. You are the frequency of divine union. You are it, bro. Everything you seek is within you. So take yourself out on dates to the zoo or the museum or the fun things that you want to do, and feel into the experience like they were already with you, that they're holding your hand, that they're eating with you and having fun times with you, and start rewiring the way that they view you. The more that you can embody that they are already with you, the more that you are getting comfortable with that state, with that living with them, with them being in your reality. And that's so amazing because I keep hearing that as of late with Wayne Dyer, with Bashar. It's living and being comfortable in that state, in the fulfilled state, which is what Neville Goddard teaches, living in that fulfilled state, but living in it comfortably. If you don't feel comfortable in that state, then it's not going to come to you. But the more that it can feel natural and you can feel comfortable in that state and going out and doing those things that you would be doing if the person was in your everyday life. Like you would be cleaning together and cooking together and dancing together and having fun together, and really embody that as if they were here now. And you can do this with anything. Like if you want that dream car, what would you be doing if you had that dream car? And how would you be talking to your car? Like, you're the freaking coolest car I've ever had. You'd get that car a nickname. You would be taking care of it more. Start taking care of the current car that you have in the way that you would take care of your dream car. This was a deeper layer of an epiphany that I had recently, and I really wanted to share it because I know that this message could help somebody else who is working through this and is frustrated with their manifestations not coming in. But the more that you can build the stamina of living that higher version, that highest self of you in the daily tasks that you would be doing, that's when you hit the gold mine, and getting comfortable in that fulfilled state, because that's when on a vibrational frequency it's coming into your 3D even more. And it's a matter of surrendering and letting go, and not letting your ego get in the way of it needs to be now. I've waited so long, I've done so much shit, like when is it gonna happen? Because if it was here, you wouldn't be feeling that. Because if it was here, you wouldn't be saying those things, because you would be so happy. So start embodying that feeling feeling of it already being done. And every time you get frustrated and angry, allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to transmute that anger. But then get back on the horse, get back on that skateboard, and feel into that energy and start showing up for yourself the way that your higher self would. Build that stamina and live in that fulfilled state. There is a reason that you have that desire in your heart, that you want something as much as you do, because the universe or God or source planted that within you. And so you need to know that it's already done. It's already yours. It's just a matter of vibrationally aligning with that. And the more that you can get comfortable in living in the fulfilled state, the more it's already on its way to you. It's already freaking done. It's already done. And so I'm so excited, because the more that I work through this and the more that I could share, maybe it just helped somebody else have another epiphany and see it on a deeper level, to allow themselves to receive their desired reality or the thing that they're trying to manifest. Whatever you are trying to manifest is already done. Stay in that fulfilled state, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is.